And hello everybody, welcome back to the video today. We are back in Scared Shiftless, and I am terrified looking at this and that huge fall that awaits me from one misstep. So, let's go. Oh, I already regret everything. Alright. Alright, back to the start. This is gonna be a long series, isn't it? If I ever actually beat this. That was kind of embarrassing, but that's a result of too much modded Minecraft. I hit control for my sprint. I can't believe I just did that. That's so embarrassing. We'll see how long it takes me to get back, but that's just outright painful. Oh. Long map full of pain, and I fall to that. There's all these difficult jumps that I've had to persevere through just to make it to there, and I fall to hitting the wrong button for my sprint. Oh, I can't believe that. You know, I will say though, that would have been so much more painful if I'd done that a couple days ago when I was recording the first episode. If I'd done it then, before the end, oh, that would have stunk. But we'll see. Maybe everything works out, and from here I do amazing, and I make it back there, and I don't fail again all the way through. That probably won't be what happens, but oh, I have so much pain. This is This is what people watch this stuff for, though, is for the pain. Alright. It's gonna be fine. If I hit spacebar, it'll be fine. If at any point I hit the proper buttons. It's crazy because it takes so much precision to do any of this, but like all it takes is one tiny mistake and it's all over. Alright, and this around here. We'll see how much of this I remember off the bat. Oh. And off we go again. Okay. Control of emotions. I know it's more entertaining if I have an angry outburst, but no, I must maintain control of my emotions. That probably makes it more entertaining if I do have an angry outburst later, too. Alright. Just head straight to here. Alright. And we're back to here already. We're 3 minutes in and we're already back to here. So cool. Ooh. I almost overshot that. Okay, as long as this doesn't take too long to get back, I don't really have any complaints. Okay. Like... Oh. I wasn't holding space. That almost ended me. Alright. Okay. I'm doing alright. I'm feeling alright about this. It's just a matter of early fail. I'm gonna have to recover. I can't tell if sprinting there's the right move or not. Like, I'm pretty sure I've completed it more times sprinting than I have not, but I also know that I've failed that a lot of time sprinting, and I've at least done it once not sprinting. So I don't know. There we go. Alright. So then I believe we go around to here. We go over to here. Over there. I almost fell down that 1x1 hole. That would have been heartbreaking. Imagine a complete reset due to that right there. Oof. I am nervous though, especially like looking at the bit that I gotta see of up there. There's going to be a lot of parkour that a single fail will completely reset us all the way back to the start. This is... It's insane. The difficulty on this is not low, that's for sure. Come on, come on. Let me up, thank you. Alright, so for here, just gotta... I've got to not hit that edge quite so much. And I also need to jump pretty late. I just didn't jump that time. Alright. Back up here. At least I'm getting pretty quick at the bit going up to this. So hopefully once I start making that with a bit more consistency, getting back won't be any degree of difficulty. It'll just be an easy, quick process. That's my hope, at least. Alright. We're now playing a very dangerous game. Okay, and I believe this puts us to a spot where we won't have any serious, like, risky jumps.
Oh, you just lost a lot of progress.
I didn't,
That's a
though.
deep frustration.
Are you okay?
Real punch in the gut.
Are you okay?
Or, actually, maybe you didn't lose a lot of progress. Either way, I can't really tell. But if I time this perfectly, that'd be kind of funny.
That's okay. So some of them are just time based for some of the lines. I wonder how long he has the lines for. But like the timing on that with it going off right as I fell off this one block, I was kind of like, huh? Oh, that doesn't make sense. So some of the voice lines are based off of distance. Some of them are based off of just time, which makes me presume he probably has something for at 1 hour. So, yeah, I guess we get to look forward to that. Something to fill a bit of the silence. This bit here is not fun. Whew. Alright. Boom. Man. Okay, okay. Nice. All right. Good stuff. If I fell there, that would have been catastrophic, to say the least. And now we have another area where it's possible to basically completely reset. But the amount of times I fell in this area before without ever even getting close to the hole, except for I think I had one time where I was pretty close to falling off. But for the most part, it was fine. I'm just not super stressed about it. All the jumps are on the exterior, and that's not where the hole's at. So there's just not all that much stress that needs to be had. As long as I don't miss these couple head hitters here. Okay. Now we have a set of head hitters all the way around, which is fine. Now time for difficult jump. Good. Alright. Whew. I think the coolest part about games and maps and stuff like this is just that moment when you do finally manage to make it back after a long fail to somewhere that you were not that long ago. And it just took a lot less time than the first time through. It does stink for some sections where you have to just completely redo something that you did first try and you struggle a lot more with it than you did on your first time through. That always stinks, but besides that. Alright. Up we go. Got a new hallway. Right, this knocks us off, and we're back! Alright, that only took like 9 minutes or something to get all the way back to here. So, I can confidently say that it's not that much of a nightmare to get back here. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Alright. Alright. I'm so upset. I'm so upset. That actually well, looks like hopefully I get back a little faster this time. Oh, that hurt so much. I didn't even make an additional jump. I fell on the exact same jump with just the tiniest sliver that was the difference between me making it and not. Like, it even made the noise like I had stepped on the lantern. It made the noise like I stepped on it, but I was just that little tiny bit out. Like, it was so close that the game's audio registered that I had made it. That's how close that was. Oh my goodness. I at least wanted to make one additional jump. That wouldn't have hurt so much if I at least made one more. That was devastating. See, now that would have been a good time for something to go off on. A sound effect. It would be pretty cool if they'd put a little more work into sound cues and stuff, and just maybe like, I don't know, done a little bit of, oh, I tried to crouch. Done a little bit of the work for the map with somebody that's a bit more proficient in redstone, so in that way they could have stuff like, you know, it can tell how far you've dropped, and if you drop a certain distance, then, you know, it'll set off a sound cue, and there's maybe like 10 or 20 different sound cues that'll go off for that. So, you know, each time you have a long fail, there'll be some sort of sound effect, kind of like how it's set up and getting over it. Just something like that. And I know that with with command blocks and redstone in Minecraft, there's so much you can do that I'm guessing something along the lines of merely telling when the player's dropped 100 blocks wouldn't be all that difficult. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that, like, it would have been more than possible if, you know, take another couple months, get a legit redstoner to help out, and I think that would have been very interesting to see. And maybe the map creator is really good with redstone, and it was just a matter of if he didn't want to go through the work to figure it out or whatnot, but yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it would be more fun if after a drop like that, there was sound effects playing to, you know, force me to wallow in misery. Alright. I can tell I'm getting better, but I'm making stupid mistakes. Which, like that right there. That was just kind of a stupid mistake. That if I slowed down a little bit, then I wouldn't have any problems with. But I kind of, like, right now am really bothered by that last fall. So that, like, I'm in one of those stages in parkour where you suffered a bad fall, you want to get back quickly, but you're in such a hurry to do so that it ends up taking a lot longer than if you just slowed down and took your time. And I recognize that I'm going through that right now, but I'm still refusing to take it slow. Which, yeah. Alright. Boom. Around a bit more. Alright. Oh, there's a reason it's a rage game. There's a reason. There's a good reason for that. All right. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. I am really glad I didn't keep going on the last episode, because if I had fallen after it took me like 40 minutes to get there, that would have hurt. Like, the fact that I fell today off of what felt like I hadn't really done anything, and then also off of what only took like 10 minutes. Like, that's not nearly as bad. And, it seems like today is much more so going to be me getting adjusted to being able to do this stretch. And, you know, maybe I'll get it down to like 6 minutes or something that I can do the stretch back up to that point in. But, man, it just stinks. That's such a heartbreaking failure. Okay, we're good. That would have also been a heartbreaking failure. But there's some spots, specifically on those iron bars, that I know I'm going to fail on eventually. And I'm just really not looking forward to it. This is an interesting method, though, to get a map that would typically... Like, with checkpoints, this map would probably only be... Who knows, like, an hour long or something. But because there's a lack of checkpoints, I'm at an hour and, you know, I could be at the start in 5 minutes. So I don't know. There is something charming about that I just really want to latch on to so that I don't go insane. I am starting to get that jump down much more. I mean, that's the sort of thing I say, and then now I'm going to struggle with it next time. But I am getting a lot better at that iron door turn, which I appreciate. You know, it always feels good to be doing better at something like that you've struggled with a lot in the past, and improving and seeing that marked improvement as I fail. But still, just being able to tell you get better is always a good feeling. Whew, all right. I'm like so focused on this that I'm struggling to commentate. Oof. Okay. We're good. Let's make this jump this time. Thank you. Okay, now we're to the area that I haven't failed yet, but at some point I am going to fail, and that might be this time, and I'm going to be very heartbroken once I do fail this section. So, yeah, I'm a little tense right now. No. Is there a way back up? Is there a way back up? Is there a way back up? Looks like maybe. Okay. Okay, we good. We good. We good. We good. What is up there? Huh. Interesting. Anyway. Alright. 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 I'm so stressed right now. I need to not be so stressed right now. Alright. We're on to the part. We're back to a spot where failure doesn't matter. I can fail as many times as I want, and it doesn't reset me basically any progress whatsoever. Whew. So I can just kind of breathe, settle in. I didn't realize how stressed that made me. I'm honestly surprised that this map is getting to me as much as it is. Like, this is the sort of map that I don't really expect to bother me all that much or make me angry or upset, but I don't know. This is pretty good at doing its job of getting upset. I will say, this is going all the way back to last episode and some of the philosophy stuff behind maps like this. It has, oh no, as soon as I hit this cobwebs, I know it's over. It has the difficulty aspects that it wants to, for the whole, like, telling the difference between being motivated and, you know, being able to overcome your obstacles and just being foolish and insane and, you know, all that. Like, I get it, blah, blah, blah. But for something to be difficult, it doesn't have to be frustrating. And I think that's the key point that... I think that's another key point beyond the stuff I talked about last time that's missed with stuff like this, is difficulty doesn't insinuate frustration. A lot of people seem to think it does, but, like, this, for example, is a difficult jump. You know, it's difficult to overcome. Once I overcome it, I'm better for it. I've, you know, done my thing, and I'm failing it a lot. But the point is that it's difficult. It's a difficult challenge, but it's not frustrating in and of itself just because it's difficult. Now, if every time I fell on this, I got reset back to the start, it would be very frustrating, very fast, but it doesn't add any difficulty to the jump itself, right? And I think that's a key factor that's missed, is something doesn't have to be frustrating to be difficult. But I think that there's a little bit of a degree... Are you kidding me? I'm back down here. That's recreational area. Cells. I really wish one of these buttons opened one of these doors so I didn't have to journey back out here. But, yeah, like that jump right there. It's not a difficult jump, but it's a frustrating jump when you fail it. Because you know it's not difficult, but failing it resets you back and you have to, you know, redo something that is difficult. And, you know, you're kind of frustrated more so because you failed something easy that's now going to cause you to have to redo something difficult, more so than frustration caused by failing something difficult. Because when you go into something with the expectation that it's difficult, it's much easier to not get frustrated when you fail it, because failure is kind of an expectation when you're going in expecting it to be difficult. You expect to fail, so when you fail, you're not upset about it, and you simply get back out there and try again. And, you know, that allows you to be very motivated and, you know, have that perseverance still for the difficult things. But it's much harder to fail and persevere at something that you perceive as easy than it is to fail and persevere at something that you perceive as difficult. And that's before we even get into the conversation of things that you perceive as impossible. Because once you perceive something as impossible, the idea of perseverance disappears very fast. And that's part of like where these sort of maps and stuff lead with the people that quit them and stuff like that, is they do in part lead to some of that, like, you know, the people that quit probably quit not because they think it's difficult, but because they perceive it as impossible, at least for them in their current state, right? And, you know, for some people, this might be essentially impossible in your current state, depending on how much parkour you do. So I think there's something to that with the idea of perseverance that doesn't really fit into kind of the framework that it feels, at least, like it's being pushed into here, which is that, you know, it's only when something is super frustrating that you can have the need to persevere through it. Which I get isn't the message they send, but it's the way that it feels when you combine the message with the contents of the map. Because to truly understand what anybody's saying or what their true intentions are, you have to judge actions as well as words. And in this case, the map is the actions. So when they're, you know, talking a lot about perseverance and stuff like that in relation to the map, and then the map's built to be super frustrating, not just super difficult, it kind of feels like the direction they're coming to is that something has to be frustrating for it to be impressive to persevere through. And don't get me wrong, it's more impressive to persevere through something that's frustrating. But also part of the problem with that is frustration isn't something that happens at the same degree to everyone. Different people get different levels of frustrated by different things. So while you might be able to quantify the difficulty of a map and how much effort it takes to complete a map, you can't quantify the frustration as easily. Which, speaking of frustration, that took about 17 minutes, so much longer than the first time to get through. So all right, I don't care if I fall soon. I just really want to actually make this jump here. Everything hurts. Everything is futile. Everything's irrelevant. Doesn't matter how hard you try, you'll die to some fringe mechanic like momentum. So cringe. Can we cancel momentum, please? Let's move to where when you stop, you just stop. That'd be great. That's so stupidly frustrating. My word. I'm so upset. I'm actually kind of triggered. I'm not gonna lie. That. I'm slowly melting into insanity. Oh. Okay. Alright. We're back to this point at least. Part way back. I can't believe I just slipped off the end like that. Like, I accidentally misaligned my position. And then I slipped off the edge of the lantern. That couldn't have been any more heartbreaking. Alright. Every failure is simply a chance to improve. It's not that I died due to some stupid mechanic. It's that I got reset and now I get the chance to try again. I fell there. I can't believe I fell there. Okay. I need to... Back to kind of what I was saying at the start of all this. I need to keep my head up, keep morale up. It's a victory for the map if I quit. Actually, I don't know if that's actually the case. This sort of mindset and philosophy about perseverance can only continue if people persevere to pursue this kind of mindset. So in theory, if we all gave up, it would be worthless. Or maybe that would simply make it more noble for anybody that was willing to persevere through despite it. The existence of many other people that had given up brings greater purpose to those that pushed onwards or something like that. I don't know. Alright. I can't believe that I'm gonna go for like 40 minutes plus and not even make any progress. It's just kind of how life goes sometimes, though. And I'm back here. Cool. Like, the thing about it is, I don't think I'd be as frustrated. I don't think I'd have the motivation, though. I don't think I'd be nearly as frustrated at falls if I was doing this by myself without recording. But at the same time, I don't honestly think I'd have the perseverance to press on to as far as I got if I was just doing this by myself. I wouldn't really have a reason to. It wouldn't feel like there was really any benefit to me to push on to as far as I've gotten. But it is what it is. I don't know. But we're back here now. This time, I mean, this bit here only took like 4 or 5 minutes. So if I get the next bit done pretty quickly too, I'll be reset fairly fast. It's all about just kind of timing the turn. You do it too soon and you hit the edge. You do it too late and you miss the bar. But it's also about your starting angle, because if you can take it from a corner angle, more like this, then it's much easier to make. Although it also becomes a little bit easier to hit the corner. So I don't know what the best way to do this is. Honestly feels like the best way to do it is just kind of gut feeling. The nice thing about this part here, though, like the second jump, is you can't really over jump it like you can with this, where I slide off the back sometimes, which makes it a little bit easier. Not much easier. Still pretty difficult. But no, I hit the corner. I need to take that jump much slower. Not because it's a difficult jump. It's a really easy jump, honestly. But it has so much at stake with having to go back to these corner jumps, which just kind of stink. Like, if I could choose to just remove one part of the map, it would, so far, it would honestly be these corner jumps here. Well, actually, if it was one part of the map in general, it would be whatever command block prevents you from crouching. Whatever command block resets you to the start if you try and crouch. That would be the actual one that I'd want to get rid of. Whew, and now I'm failing on this jump endlessly. Alright, alright. Still got some more time. Let's just take it slow. Focus. I'm not in any hurry. I don't know why I would be in a hurry anyway. Alright, a little closer comfort, but it is what it is. I'm not going to make this jump this time around. Yeah. After I fail it that many times due to cutting the corner wrong and get lucky by not falling off, I never make it off of that. I have to get reset. I have to like actually fail the jump. The problem is with like getting lucky with a fall off of a jump is it always feels like it makes the jump more difficult because now there's more pressure to make the jump this time. Like, all right, I'm not going to get lucky this time, so I'm going to fall completely. But I did get lucky once already, so the value of that's completely gone if I miss the jump, and my brain just overloads and I end up missing the jump. I overthink it too much. Well, now I'm failing this jump a bunch. I'm gonna go crazy. This is so painful. All right. Breathe. Far, far, far off. Like, it just makes it so much worse that I made it up here and failed due to this, which is such an easy jump.
Even if I knew that tomorrow the world would go to pieces, I would still plant my apple tree. Martin Luther.
Alright, cool. Can I plant an apple tree in here? Is that what you're saying? Can I have my apple sapling so I can go get some apples? Honestly, I wouldn't mind just, like, if you put me into survival, I wouldn't even bother to climb the mountain. I could just kind of live at the bottom and, you know, make a nice farm, a nice homestead, have a nice relaxing life. I tried to crouch. You know, it would be great. It would be super relaxing and nice. So, can I have my seed now? My survival mode? So I can go do that instead of climbing this miserable mountain? No? Okay. Let's see how it is. I hate everything. Alright. It's gonna be okay. I'm gonna go crazy. This map's gonna drive me insane. You know, I think I figured it out. The definition of insanity being doing the same thing time and time again and expecting different results always felt a bit off to me as a definition for insanity, because like obviously, you know, it sprung from the one, I think it was like a Ubisoft game or whatever. Like, what was the name? Anyway, doesn't really matter. Point being, like that idea that resonated with a lot of people, and a lot of people have kind of used that as definition. And to be frank, it might not even be from that Ubisoft game. It might have just been popularized by it. But anyway, moving on. it's always kind of felt just a little bit off to me as a definition. Like, because the thing about it is, when you do the same thing in the same way, there's almost always some sort of statistic involved that'll make it so that you're not guaranteed to have the same result every time. But I think the reason why it resonates so true, let me just kind of focus on this jump because I want to make this jump, is because there's something about getting to the point of insanity where that looks dangerous. I hate all this snow. One of these are going to be just like powdered snow. But like there's something that kind of drives you insane if you do the same thing time and time again and get the same result while expecting different results. Because you can do the same thing time and time again and get different results every time using the same method. That's just kind of how life is. But I think it's
having the thought and desire to create, combined with having the inspiration from Foddy and Jazuo, is what made me decide to take on this project.
Okay.
And I can't say I regret it. Making a challenge and then seeing a player progress and get better while committing subconsciously that they're willing to endure till the end is a blessing to me. Having you hear these words means
I hate you.
You've been willing to explore and push through all the failures and triggering experiences thus far, even accomplishing possibly the worst jump of all, the orange. It gives my art meaning and encourages me to see that you are one of the ones to
No.
push through.
You're horrible.
There are those who've already given it up, called it a day, and moved on.
You're horrible.
At risk of sounding
what was that creeper nonsense?
I'd like to say
you're gonna
a unique individual.
You're
You
gonna
give my creation meaning.
You're gonna be all
I thank
nice
you
and
for
cool
coming
about how your creation
far.
has meaning because of the player, and then stinking drop a creeper on our heads? Seriously? 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 Okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna be okay. That's, that just made me a little upset, Something about, persevering for all that time, and then he starts talking, and then, starts saying nice things, and, then dropping a creeper on our heads. Because why not? And now this stupid jump. Also, I don't know what he means by orange jump. I don't know which jump that was. What was the orange jump? The very last jump of this map is going to be super, insanely difficult. And it's going to be, right over the middle, where if you miss it, you're reset complete to the very start. I guarantee it. That's going to be the last jump of this map. That's just kind of the sort of guy this map creator is. Your art meaning. I don't know. The idea that something only has meaning because somebody else appreciates it, I understand that. But I almost feel like what truly gives art meaning is the appreciation of the artists themselves. To some degree. I think there can be value found in others. And I think a different kind of meaning can be found from others appreciating it. But I think that the meaning that matters to the artist, to the one actually making the art, why am I poisoned? What was that for? This just keeps getting worse. But the one that matters the most to the artist, in my opinion at least, should be what the artists themselves entail from the art. But oh well, doesn't matter. Oh, it's because of the stupid puffer fish. All that does is just delay how quickly I can go at things for a little bit. That's just talk. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That stupid puffer fish. That stupid puffer fish. Okay, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. This map isn't affecting me. I'm okay. I don't know why I'm upset. There's no reason to be upset at a fail from here. Like, after experiencing the fails that would happen from over top of that massive pit over there, I don't know. These fails just, they don't really hit the same, you know? Which is probably a good thing, because this stupid corner jump. I hate that the way that he went for most of his difficult jumps was through corner jumps. Like, I don't know, add in some 4-block jumps, stuff like that, that some people already have the skill for, so that I don't have to be in so much pain. No, it makes sense the way he did it. Do a bit more of an obscure type of jump that isn't as popular. Like this kind of head corner jump. And, you know, take advantage of that so that even more experienced parkour players will struggle. But, ugh. But so much of the struggling is just that we've learned so heavily while playing parkour to use crouching to our advantage, because crouching is such a powerful tool. So we've learned to crouch around everything because it gives you an advantage at every turn if you crouch properly. So, like, taking away the fundamental tool that people utilize, it's no wonder that the map ends up being difficult. And I think there's something to that. It's like, this map, what it's basically done is it's taken, like, sculptors who always use a specific kind of tool for their art. Or maybe let's say a painter. It's taking a painter who, you know, who has, you know, very professional art tools and stuff like that. Taking away all of their art tools, handing them a bucket of 2 colors of paint, and saying, draw the Mona Lisa. Alright, maybe it's not that extreme, but that's how I feel right now, just due to the frustration. But, but it is like, it is setting a difficult challenge across to someone while taking away one of the #1 methods that they utilize for the sake of completing the challenges in the first place. All right. And now back to high stakes stuff. Not as high of stakes as it could be, but it is pretty high stakes. Where do I jump to from here? Over there, I guess. All right. I didn't jump in time. All right. I'll go for a little bit longer, but this one has got to end soon. I am going insane very fast. And I have been, like, when I get upset while parkouring, I start hitting my keys really hard. And, like, I start wearing out my hand because of how much force I put down into each press. Which sounds stupid because it is, but that's what happens when I get upset at this stuff. I'm just not... I just don't appreciate frustration at its core, and I try very hard not to get frustrated at things, and I'm typically pretty good at not getting frustrated at things. So then, like... I don't know. I'm just not accustomed to the small difference in ways that I act when I am frustrated, since I typically do a pretty good job of avoiding frustration. Which might sound dumb, but that's just kind of how it is. Because, like, if you get frustrated a lot, then you can get used to what you do differently when you're frustrated. And then if you're frustrated, as long as you still have full control over your mindset and don't let the frustration at least take control of that, and mostly leave it at a subconscious level, which is where I'm able to keep it most of the time, then you can kind of account for the differences in ways that you'll act due to the frustration and be more efficient as a result, even when frustrated. But due to the fact I'm not frustrated often, I'm not able to perfectly adjust for such things. All right, guys, I'm done. I'm done. We'll be back at some point. I'm really nervous about running around this. I'm nervous there's gonna be like some powdered snow somewhere. But yeah, this has been interesting. I really want to leave it here just because it'll put me in a much safer spot for tomorrow. Because like if you look at some of those jumps further up, they're going to be super dangerous. But I'd like to kind of leave us in a fairly secure spot. Well, probably not tomorrow. But for the next time I pick it up, I want to leave us in a fairly secure spot. Hello, Mr. UFO. Where it's not going to be like, oh, I just got on. Oh, first jump, fail, complete reset. Like it was today. So, yeah. If you guys are enjoying, leave a like. I'm going to be honest. I don't know how well this map's really doing view-wise. At least the first episode didn't do really well. But I'm enjoying the map. So I'll probably play through at least for one more episode after this, most likely. And if you guys do enjoy, leave a like. Lets me know that you guys are enjoying it, even when the views aren't going well. As long as people are enjoying it, then, you know, I'm not super concerned about the views. So yeah, if you guys show that you like it, even if I'm not getting views on it, that's good enough for me. But anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. I'll see you all in the next one. God bless. Bye-bye.